I get full screen.
You wanna? Okay.
This is why you need the sound thing that I have. Because that wouldn't be an issue.
You like that meme with the cat?
Which cat?
Look, there you go.
Oh!
You still have my music playing, by the way.
I know it. Have you seen that meme?
Nah.
I'll be right back, yo.
Alright. That shit's funny, bro. But yeah, like if we had headsets, all of us.
Technically,
then,
I mean, he has a headset.
What? But it doesn't have that thing like mine
splicer.
that plugs.
You need to buy the splicer.
Or we could just use yours.
What do you mean, man?
That shit, right?
I guess so. Yeah, we could technically use that. I don't know how it works, like with like different kinds of headphones, but yeah, we could probably use that.
Let's see if we live, bro. Oh yeah, we live.
Live already?
Yeah, but now I just have it on starting soon. I don't have anything yet, so don't worry about it. Have you seen that meme, bro? I gotta show.
Just send it to me and watch it later, because we about to have to start the stream soon.
So we're really getting a stimulus check?
Yeah.
If I don't get my shit, I'm blaming y'all niggas.
First of all, if I don't get my shit, I'm snuffing.
Wait.
I'm snuffing the commander.
You hear? Ralph, you hear us talking through there?
Yeah, but no, it's because I opened it on my phone so I can share it.
Yeah, but it's not supposed to.
Oh, they can hear us still?
Yeah.
Stay fucking up.
But the mic.
This is why you.
But then he won't hear us.
That's why I told you to leave the call, bro.
Alright,
Done that 3 weeks
I can
straight.
just mute myself for a second, if anything.
No, it wasn't you. It wasn't you. You good.
They can hear his shit too. You know that, right?
Nah, I muted this.
I gotta remember to wash my mouth.
Yeah, bro. Niggas fucked up 2 times in a row. I'm surprised this stream hasn't been banned yet, because this is the second time this has happened.
Oh man, that shit's funny, bro.
I need to come up with some topics, though. I have nothing to talk about.
Now, don't worry, bro. Gilbert usually carries that. Yeah, the person that was watching on mine was telling me that they could hear us.
Who's
I was
watching?
like, what?
Who's watching on your end?
Snuff the commander.
Somebody from, some people that I play
Yo,
games
how
with.
are you guys dealing with haircuts?
Oh, shit. I did say I'll snuff the commander. Oh, loud.
Why are you gonna snuff the commander for a check that had nothing to do with her?
Because she works on the Trump.
So
Alright.
do you niggas?
Alright, we go. Hey, we're going. Alright, we're going live now. We're going live. Hey, are we still muted or no?
No, we not muted, bro. If Rafi can hear us, they can hear us. You're terrible at this.
Yo. What's going on, everybody? What's going on? We massacred this. Oh, I gotta put this full screen right here. We started the stream fucked up.
He's really laughing at himself
No
right
one
now.
take us serious.
Yo, so as per usual, I got Randy and I got Tyler, and then I got my boy Ralph. He's finally on the podcast. Man, been trying to get him on for
What
a
about
minute.
Jamal?
Huh?
Jamal.
I said Rafi. What about Jamal?
Yeah.
Nah, we're not gonna talk about Jamal, man.
We don't fuck with liberals in this.
Nah. Not even. Nah. Not even that. No. Like, you know, Jamal's my homeboy, man, but he got butthurt the last time, bro. He blocked me off for everything, bro. He
Why?
Oh, no, because Randy said he hopes he gets coronavirus because he didn't want to be on the last stream. And then we were like, yo, Jamal, I don't want to talk about it, man. I don't want him getting mad again, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. He gets mad at you and he blocks me.
Alright, but yeah, let's get this started. What's the first topic for today?
All right, so I didn't want to do this, but since we got Rafi on the podcast, you know what we're going to talk about, man.
You wanted to do this.
Coronavirus?
Yeah, no, man. John Jones, man. John Jones arrested again.
It's
Mr.
really it's literally not a surprise to anyone, bro. Like at all. Like
Yo, so hold on. So I want to get your opinion on it, Ralph, because I know you got an opinion in regards to John Jones. So
I mean, so I think I had it with him. Like, you know, out of all people, I've always liked the guy. I still think he's the most talented fighter I've ever seen.
So nobody thinks that he's not a talented fighter. It's just that
I'm saying I still think that, but now I think I've had enough, bro. Like,
I've got tired of this shit after the second.
I was telling Gil last time we spoke about it. I was telling him how, you know, he was young and he, you know, made fucking mistakes and all that. But then, like, when are you gonna be old enough, bro? Like,
yeah, isn't he like?
I made some dumbass decisions a few years ago that I wouldn't make now. But it looks like he's like fame and money is probably his downfall.
Isn't he like? Isn't he like close to 30 now? Anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's like 32 now.
He's that old?
Damn.
Because isn't he older than Adesanya? And Adesanya is 31.
Let me look that up. Actually, that's actually
Fuck Adesanya.
I don't
Yeah, I
know.
don't fuck with Adesanya after this fight either.
That's
another thing we should look
John
talk about.
Jones' age.
Rafi,
he's 32 years old.
Rafi, how did you feel about that Adesanya Yoel
He's
Romero
32
fight?
years old. You're right.
That fight?
Yeah.
That shit was a shit show, bro.
I know, but thing.
So
Go ahead.
Adesanya, he's talking all this shit now because a lot of people hyped him up, and then he's saying now that he didn't fight because Romero didn't fight, and it was better for him to play that running fight.
Yeah,
he did what he had to do to win. But in reality, he basically tried to say that if Romero fought, he would have fought, and like there were like 3 or 4 times that Romero tried really, really hard to fight.
Yeah,
and he ran.
That's what I'm saying.
So he was scared. That guy was scared.
That's what I'm saying. That's what pisses me off about it is that Adesanya was talking all this shit, but he was like, when Romero actually tried to go in the fight, especially in the last round, Adesanya was just running. So it's like, and then like he claimed that he took Romero's hardest punch and everything. Like I can't.
Both fucked up. Like,
So that fight, I think it was. I think it's like both of y'all saying. Like I agree. I think Adesanya was scared. I think he was scared to get. I don't think he was scared of Romero per se, but I think he was scared to get knocked out. Like because he knows that Romero could have knocked him out easy. Because there was a couple of times I saw Romero like land a punch that looked like it hurt Adesanya. So I was like,
he was scared of Romero.
Huh?
So he was scared of Romero.
No, bro. That's
so
not.
How can you be afraid? How can you be afraid of somebody? How can you be afraid to get knocked out by somebody, but you're not afraid of them?
Bro,
because
Adesanya was running the whole fight, and then Romero was talking about it after the fight. He goes like, "I was trying to fight."
Listen.
But
No, I know that. I'm saying that doesn't mean he was scared. That means he had a game plan. He's like, bro, I'm not trying to get knocked out by this dude.
Bro, let me tell you something. That was not his game plan because he said it multiple times. So of course, you're not gonna give away your game plan. But he was like, he talked so much shit. He was like, yo,
I'm gonna smoke the Cuban.
Whitaker. He was like, yo, you can't brag. You went 5 rounds with a 43-year-old man. Like,
yeah.
You went into Acosta. He was like, yo, you did all this with a 40. You guys could have knocked out a 43-year-old man. Like I'm gonna show you how it's done. And then he does worse than all of them.
Yeah.
His game plan.
Also, I didn't know that because I never seen his interviews, so I didn't watch his interviews.
I did.
Everybody that fought him, like he tried to like shit on people for not finishing him or for going like the long run. But in reality, the best fight, like one of the best fights I've ever seen, was Costa against Romero because they. And
I think that fight was robbed from Romero. To be honest with you.
Yo, I think Romero was robbed for like 3 or 4 fights.
Yeah, there was fights that you just like.
He gets robbed a lot.
Yeah, he does get robbed a lot. But when he knocks people out, he knocks people out. So no. But back to the hold on. We'll come back to this. But because I never really got to give my opinion, and I'll ask you after that, Tyler. But I never got to give my opinion in regards to the John Jones shit. It's like, okay, I do agree with you that he is the best fighter, right? Like he is the best. Like undoubtedly, he's the best fighter ever, right? He's the GOAT. Like
I don't even know about that.
At this point. He's better than Anderson Silva, like in regards to like career-wise and stats and stuff like that.
Anderson Silva's prime and shitting on John Jones.
Nah,
I
don't know.
I believe it.
I don't know.
I believe it.
Nah,
I'm with you on that.
Nah. It's because y'all really don't. Y'all were young. No, you guys were young when Anderson Silva was in his prime. And if you look at the caliber of fighters that Anderson Silva was fighting, none of them are like most of them are they're considered garbage by today's standards, bro. None of them Anderson Silva had a reign. His reign was so long because he was a caliber above the fighters of his time, but they were not good caliber fighters, bro. It's not that he was the best of the best.
Like, fault, bro.
Yeah.
No, I'm not saying that's his fault, but you saying that Anderson Silva's
running
prime.
the UFC for at least 10 years.
Yeah, something like that.
Like,
But he was
crazy.
champion for But again, it comes down to the caliber of fighters that there was no fighters that could actually challenge him in that fight.
That's how.
But comparing John Jones' best to Anderson Silva's best.
A lot of them were bombs. No. Let me say something real quick. Anderson Silva, Gills knows how much we love the guy.
Yeah, bro.
Those times.
The night
I cried when he got knocked out.
Yeah, well, the night he got knocked out, I literally didn't sleep. I couldn't sleep. I literally stayed up until the next day. I couldn't sleep. I was so shocked, bro. He's always gonna be one of my one of my favorite fighters.
You're about to say the baby.
Yeah, he's one of my favorites.
No, I wasn't. So, anyways, he's always been one of my favorite fighters. But to compare his best and John Jones' best, not even at their primes, John Jones. But anyways, you guys keep derailing me. So what I was saying is, in regards to the John Jones thing, it's like I told Rafi before. I understand he's the greatest fighter, whatever. But I hate the kind of person that he is, because he claims that he's a child of God and he's a reformed man. Like, he made mistakes and then he's not gonna do it again, and then he does the same. He does the same shit again. You know why he got arrested?
Yeah.
He got
negligent use of a weapon
and DUI.
DUI.
Yeah.
After he had already gotten a
They dropped the body
DUI.
cam and everything too.
Huh?
They dropped his body cam.
Yeah. I seen it. I heard he was. I watched some of it. I didn't finish it all. I heard he was crying and shit. Yeah. So, this guy, he acts like he's better than not better like a fighter. Yeah, obviously he is, but he acts like he's better than everybody as a person. And then he does dumb shit that gets him in trouble. Bro, if it wasn't for all the money that he has, you know what I find weird? That out of him and his brothers, they're all famous, right? Two of them are in the NFL, and then he fights in the UFC. All high caliber players. He's the only one that fucks up. You don't ever see his brothers doing no crazy shit.
Yeah.
Cocaine's a hell of a drug.
So
is he the oldest?
John Jones, no, I think he's the youngest, right?
He's the youngest.
That's probably why.
He's the youngest of three.
That's probably why.
So, but yeah, I don't know, man. It's kind of.
You know what it is? You know what it is with him, bro? Is that he says it a bunch of times. This dude, before he used to he said that he used to.
I think John Jones is the middle child.
No, he's the youngest, bro.
Yeah.
But yeah, continue, Rafi, my bad.
He said that before he used to party 1 week before his fights all the time.
Yeah.
And then he said that he used to do that because he to have an excuse just in case he lost.
Yeah.
So something like that. I don't know.
Yeah. So you know what somebody put on? Hold on, so you can finish. But you know
That's
what?
when he told Cormier I beat you. He was like, oh, you something about cocaine? And he goes, yeah, I beat you after a week of cocaine or something like that.
Yo, you know what's funny? they said, oh. I seen comments on Reddit that were saying oh yeah, John Jones was partying before his next fight with the law.
That's funny.
Yo, that shit is funny as fuck. But man,
yeah, bro, finally, it's over, man. Every time, in the past, I like the guy so much, I would try to maybe have an excuse.
Hi, Jane.
Hi, Jane.
But it's over, bro. You too old to be doing shit like that.
Yeah. And then doing crazy shit he was shooting a gun at some bums. Why are you shooting at bums?
Is that what it was?
Yeah.
Is that what it was?
He shot at bums, bro.
Are you sure?
Yeah, let me pull up the story.
Is he not gonna get attempted murder for that?
Yo, bro.
He's rich.
Jones arrested. Let me look it up. We're gonna read in regards to this because I'm actually curious. Yo, hold on. Police. All right, hold on. I'm not trying to listen to this video. Oh, this is the body cam footage, but I'm not trying to watch it. Police body cam footage shows UFC light heavyweight champion John Jones in a fragile state of mind while he was arrested earlier this week in his hometown of Albuquerque. Jones, 32, was charged with aggravated DUI, negligent use of a firearm, possession of an open container, and no proof of insurance after being booked by police early Thursday morning.
Wait, hold on. Pause it right there, yo. How are you rich and you have no proof of insurance?
Bro, because his license probably suspended from the first DUI.
That's okay. But you can't get okay. No, that's fine.
So, in the arrest videos, Jones, who was sitting in the driver's seat of a black 2019 Jeep, admits to responding officer Brian Johnson that he had like a drink of vodka. Yo, and they actually pulled the bottle out. He drank like more than like 80% of it, bro. That's a drink of vodka for him. He had like a drink of vodka before the officer.
I lost it for him. Like, if he ever comes back, which I doubt, like, he was already on the decline, I feel like.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah, because the last couple of fights have actually been very close.
Yeah, I think it was on the decline. I remember what he said. Like, all the fighters.
Yeah, but all them drugs got them faster.
He was getting, like, to the point where he was going to close out his legs.
You can also put drugs in that conversation.
Yeah, GSP is up there too. And GSP retired on high note. But let me see, hold on. So let me, from there, Jones' question further instructed a series of sobriety tests as two other officers observed. As he struggles with the test, John tells Johnson that he suffers from ADD. Yeah, sure. Because he gets punched in the head for a living. And short-term memory loss. Once completed, Johnson asked Jones to turn around and put his hands behind his back to be placed in handcuffs. At this point, Jones starts to exhibit signs of mental and emotional breakdown. Yeah, but I want to know, the moment handcuffs... Yeah, Jones tells the officer that he loved them before asking if they would allow him to take off his hoodie. Moments later, that turns into a plea. I just gotta take off my hoodie, please. When asked by the officer why, just because my anxiety gets so bad, man, this guy's, bro, he's such a pussy, bro. Or acts like one, though. He's fake, bro. Yeah, I mean, he wants the story. That doesn't make him not, and that's a pussy.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. If I had somebody told me John Jones was after me and I seen him in the street, I'm pulling him.
You know what's crazy, bro? Now that you're talking about that, there's this guy on Instagram, I don't even remember. Apparently he used to be like one of John Jones' coaches. And he left when he like John Jones fired or whatever. And he was talking to who was. He was saying he talked about John Jones being and he said that John Jones is actually like a pussy in the streets. Like, he's a great fighter and he's not afraid to fight you like
in the cage.
But he's afraid like of like street rules. Like, he's afraid to get shot or like get jumped. So he's like, he says that he's actually a pussy like in the streets. But he's a monster in the cage, and I can see.
Yeah.
I know people that are like that. They could be fucking great, like at jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
Streets, like, they'll just freeze if some shit really happens.
Yeah. Now, you know me. You know I ain't got no problem with that. I'll kick you in the ribs real fast.
Yeah. Let's be quiet about that one, because we know who he was kicking in the ribs.
You want to go to jail? You want to go see John Jones?
Yeah, I'm gonna go to New Mexico and confess to my crimes.
But yeah.
Nah, man.
What are we talking about next?
But so I was telling Rafi about watching that. We're gonna leave that one for later. I want to talk about these monkeys, these gang of monkeys in Thailand. So it's like a tie into the coronavirus thing, right? So like, since there's no tourists right now because pretty much like all travel around the world is like frozen.
Yeah.
And there's no tourism in Thailand, bro. Monkeys are like forming gangs in Thailand, bro, and beating up people for their food, bro. Yeah. So I'm gonna read this article right here. It says it's from Live Science. Oh yeah, I could put it on the screen. Hold on. It's really small though. I could put it bigger, but I'm not gonna do that shit right now. I could have it.
I want to see that.
No, it's on the stream. You won't see it. Starving monkey gangs battle in Thailand as coronavirus keeps tourists away. Tourism is down in the ancient city of whatever, I don't care. And one of the most unusual incidents being attributed to the new coronavirus outbreak, a turf war between dozens of street monkeys and temple monkeys broke out in Thailand's historic city of Lopburi on Thursday.
Lopburi.
According to city residents, the furry fracas likely resulted from a sharp dip in tourism in the 800-year-old city, and thus a dip in free food offerings to thousands of local monkeys. It's the summer, so we usually see a lot of tourists. Let's see. They got a video here. Let's see if I can do this. That's fine.
Let's see.
Oh, I got no sound. Why is it?
They could probably hear it better on the.
I'm seeing it now. Which dates back to the 13th. Oh my God, that's a lot of monkeys. Human food by the hundreds of tourists who visit the site every day. The city hosts an annual monkey buffet festival where visitors construct elaborate towers of fruits and vegetables for the temple monkeys to feast on. But tourism. That's because they're not getting fed on a regular, and they're used to getting fed from people. A gang of dozens of invading temple monkeys entered the town in search of food, eventually brawling in the streets with the town's local monkeys.
No, look at them fighting, bro.
Shit looks like
it's gangland.
You want to know what that reminds me of? My high school.
By late in the day, city residents laid out a that reminds me of all my League of Legends teams.
Yo, that's crazy. So, I mean, I don't know, man. How do you feel? Like, I wouldn't go to no fucking country that. I wouldn't go to no goddamn country that got no goddamn monkeys.
You know what's crazy though, man? Like, nature is actually having a breather right now, bro.
Yeah.
What you mean?
There was like the mountain lions were walking through like the streets of Boulder.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
Colorado.
What do you mean, Tough?
I feel like I've seen videos and shit. Like, it's like nature's having a breather. Like, you don't have people outside fucking with the animals or like doing all this stuff they used to do. Like, I saw in Venice, I saw a video where like the geese are finally coming back. The waters are being cleared. You can actually see fish in those canals again.
Yeah, I saw something like that. I saw like a picture. I know what you're talking about because I seen a picture. I think it was this past week. I saw a picture of something like, ever since like the tourists stopped coming, like the water now in Venice looks clear and shit, and like it showed the water. It looks like
clear. It's not even only in Venice though, but you have other places that like have animals that people like hunt them and always kill them. They always kill them, and they leave all this stuff happening. People just scaring animals. So now animals, like, you have some certain animals that they're more shy than others.
Yeah.
So now you have animals like spreading more and going out, like being able to go.
All right. So hear me out. Hear me out here. Hear me out. This might be a little far fetched, but hear me out. So what if that bat was like the sacrificial lamb to all those animals so they could get their vacation?
Nah, he's stupid. I don't think, bro. It's not necessarily. Is this thing playing or?
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, but why is it still like?
I can't hear you, bro.
It might be frozen.
You can't hear me?
I can hear you now. Yeah, you good.
Yeah. So I don't necessarily. Look, man. I don't know. Honestly, like I said, we've talked about. I think this is just way behind. I don't know what's going on. I think there's I don't know, man. I don't like to believe conspiracies, but like I'm starting to like believe that like the Chinese government did this shit on purpose, bro. Because now they're saying all of a sudden that like, China has no new cases. Like they all of a sudden they don't have new cases. But I also think that that's a lie. Like I don't think they're reporting the real numbers about coronavirus. Like
you're not the only one. I don't think anybody believes them.
Say that.
And
maybe they just brought it out, have it for a little bit, get rid of it, and then now apparently they don't want nobody going to the country now.
Yeah, I wouldn't be wanting to go. Shit, look, man, you ain't gotta tell me not to go to China if you're talking about you might catch
China.
I know, but what I'm saying is
China.
You know who says it like that?
It comes from China. Yeah,
Trump. Now he be like,
China.
It's a China virus from China.
Another thing, bro. You know what? What I'm seeing, bro? I'm seeing a lot. We're Hispanic and we know what's up. You know what's up. I'm seeing a lot of people switching over to Trump.
A lot of Hispanics, yo. You know what's crazy? When I was streaming yesterday, when we were streaming the game, somebody. No. I'm sorry. It's in my other YouTube channel. It's in my political YouTube channel that I have. Somebody commented, "Oh, you're Dominican or Dominican American, so I guess that makes sense why you like Trump." No. But I'm guessing it kind of makes sense of what you're saying if a lot of Hispanics are switching to Trump. And they probably think like we're kind of like Cubans and shit like that. I don't know, because Cubans love Trump. But basically, he wasn't saying it in a bad way. He wasn't saying it in a bad way.
I'm not gonna lie, Rafi, your background is getting super loud right now.
Yeah. He wasn't saying it in a bad way, but he was saying like in a way like, oh, like that makes sense why you would support Trump because you're Dominican. And I could see an example of why a lot of Hispanics would support him. Like my brother, I don't know, Tyler said he don't care, and then my brother said he don't care. Like I like Trump.
Nah,
and
so
shit.
I'm gonna give you the main reason right now. I gave it yesterday too. So like I said before, so this whole thing about deporting, the thing that like really tips me over is the fact that under the Obama administration, my uncle was deported. Under the Trump administration, none of my family members were deported. So I can't.
Statistics, bro. I think
that's like anecdotal evidence. He's just fucking around, but like
unlucky. Your uncle was unlucky.
Nah, I know. He wasn't unlucky. It was definitely his fault, but
it wasn't his fault. It was, I guess, it wasn't. I wouldn't say it was his fault. I wouldn't say it was his fault. Like he got caught up in something that he had nothing to do with, and just because he was, you know, he just so happened to be part of that company. I don't really want to tell his story out there. It's not my business. But just because he got caught up in something he had nothing to do with, he had no idea that was going on. They ended up deporting him. But that's his fault. I'm gonna tell you why. Because my uncle was in the country for 25 years and never bothered to become a United States citizen. Like how you in the country for that long and you?
Yeah, that's kind of his fault.
No, not 25. I'm sorry. He came.
But a lot of people it takes that long for them to get their citizenship.
No, it doesn't take that long. All you need the requirements for it is just now they lowered it. It used to be 7 years as a resident with no crimes and no nothing. And you apply for your citizenship and you get it within like 1 or 2 years.
No, but there's a lot of people that they can't find their documents back from their old country and shit, and it takes longer and stuff like that.
Oh, but my uncle had his shit. Okay. So that's his fault. Like, it wasn't 25 years, I'm sorry. Because he was here a little bit less than our grandma. So, you know, grandma came in, our grandma came in 92. It was just a little bit after I was born. She came in 92, so it's been what? In 2002, it's 10 years. It's almost 30 years. So, but he was here, I think, so he was here like 20-something years, bro, before he got deported. And he never bothered to become a citizen. It's not that he didn't have the money. He was a trucker. You know, truckers make a lot of money. Not that he didn't have the money. Not that he didn't have his paperwork, because he had his paperwork. He came to the country in the first place. Now he didn't have nothing. Some people, they just be like, okay, I'm in the United States, like I'm content. Like you don't think about, I mean, I guess he's happy living in DR. You know, I don't know what he's doing, but
yeah, I've been spoken to him in a while.
Yeah, I spoke to him like a couple of months ago and shit like that. Like I don't know, you wasted your life, basically, and then now you in DR probably suffering and shit. Doing what? Because you wouldn't do something simple like goddamn go and become a United States.
I wouldn't say he's suffering in the food department because you know the DR got
yo, you mute it.
America do.
Why did he get deported?
Okay, so I'm gonna give you the gist of the story. So the whole story was he used to work for this trucking company or whatever, and he was, I don't know what kind of deliveries he did like for that company, but one of their warehouses got busted and they found a bunch of drugs. There was none in his truck. He didn't have any drugs. He didn't have nothing. But the warehouse got busted, and since he was part of that company, the whole company went under investigation. So even though he beat his case. Like, wow, okay, so he came out on bail. I don't know how much he paid, but I don't know. Well, I know he didn't pay it. It was like our family covered him, but I don't know how much he came. He paid out on bail, and while he was on bail, he was on house arrest. Then he went to court and he beat his case. But even though he beat his case, they deported him anyway, bro. Just for being in that kind of situation, bro.
Yeah.
And again, that's just his fucking fault, bro.
No, yeah.
Like,
should have got your citizenship.
But yeah, go ahead.
What's next though?
No. So I was gonna talk about. So speaking of, since we know Trump's supposed to be giving some money soon, what we gonna do with this Trump check?
Alright, first
of all, what you guys gonna do with your Trump check?
It's going to end savings. You know me.
don't know how to save
I'm
money.
about to spend it. You know me?
What you want to spend it on?
Nothing important.
Literally not important. Not even nothing important. Dogs is closed. And that's Stephen and Schaefer's
That's
Stephen and Schaefer's spot. Yeah. So to be honest with you, bro, I'm probably gonna get an advertisement from Amazon about something that I've been thinking about because Amazon reads your minds now.
Yeah.
They come up with them. You think about something and it pops up on your.
Yeah, that's happens to me all the time. I'll be like, I see something in the street and I'll be like, oh, I want that.
No, it's just after you talk about it.
Yeah, your phone. Yeah, it picks it up. Yeah. So you're probably gonna look at it and be like, yo, this is a good deal, and it's like $1,100 or something that's really worth $600, and I go ahead and buy it.
I've been getting those AIDS tests ads all the time, and then I'm like wondering like, fuck,
AIDS test?
Yeah, because it's always saying that it's letting this thing AIDS.
Like, oh, like, it's okay to live a normal life when you have HIV.
What do you got AIDS as?
And then I'm like, fuck, I just get shit.
Nah, the weirdest one that I had was it was like an advertisement on Facebook, and it's like, are you addicted to sex? I was like, what?
Yo, wait.
It's like, get over your addiction to sex right now by clicking on this website. I'm like, what?
Hell no.
Yo, and the funny thing is, I don't even look up anything. Like, I never been like what are
Yo, what are the symptoms of AIDS?
It's whatever. Yo, your phone. Yo.
It's probably because I had a dream. Maybe I had a dream like, fuck, like, I have AIDS. And I wake up and then I get the ads whole day, bro. YouTube, Facebook, all that shit.
That's how you gotta have them ad blockers, bro. I have ad blockers and I have YouTube Premium, so I don't gotta worry about that stuff.
Yeah, nah.
But yeah, man. Like me, I don't know. Like, all right, Tyler say he's saving it. What are you doing with the check, Ralph? You didn't say.
You're muted.
You're muted.
I'm gonna start racing chickens.
You gonna buy chickens and raise chickens?
I'm actually gonna start like a chicken coop and shit. I'm gonna do
chicken fights.
I'm gonna harvest my own eggs,
cockfights.
my own meat.
Nah, I'm not gonna lie, Rafi. You should bring the DR to America and just start a cockfighting in your house.
If
in your living room.
I'm not gonna follow your uncle's steps, man.
Yeah. Well, I was all about to say.
I'm close to him because I've been here since 1995. I've been traveling to America and I still haven't got my citizenship. So.
Yeah.
But you're a law-abiding citizen, right, Rafi?
Hadafi don't need that.
Yes, sometimes.
Sometimes we break the law. No, but
you know what's crazy though, bro? I'm actually gonna do that. Like I'm gonna set up a nice I was thinking like chicken coop or like quails. But I've been doing like research and shit.
Wait, what was the other thing you said?
Quails.
Quails.
Maternal quails, you know, like, damn, this noise here. But yeah, so I was doing like research, bro, and then like if you want to buy organic eggs, organic meat, and all that,
yeah,
it's really expensive, right? But then if you harvest your own meat and eggs, like you actually get what you want.
I just kind of cheap actually.
Yeah.
Over here,
No, you good. You were good. It wasn't that bad. No, but like me, honestly, what I'm gonna do with the money, I'll probably invest some of it. I started using like, I don't know. Remember the day we were talking about Robinhood? I don't know if y'all know.
I know what Robinhood is.
Yeah, you know what Robinhood is. So, bro, I realized that saving is like the dumbest thing you can fucking do with your money, bro.
Saving?
Yeah, saving is the dumbest thing you can do.
Not really.
I'm gonna tell you why saving is the dumbest thing you can do. So,
because investing is better.
Yeah, invest. So, and I had a talk with somebody. With
you could lose your money in investing.
Nah, not if you do it right. So, okay, so this is the way
you don't have to do it right to not lose your money when you're saving.
No, listen.
You just gotta save it.
Listen. So here's the thing. So when I was talking to Raf about Robinhood, he was telling me like, yo, get Robinhood, start investing. Like these stocks, this is what's going on right now. The stock market is going down anyway, so you just buy them for the cheap and you make money. And I was like, man, I kind of just don't want to like buying the stocks individually. Like they cost a lot of money. So what I did was I started investing in Acorns. I don't know if you guys know what Acorns is. Yeah. So I've already invested. How many
acorns did you buy?
So.
You sell them to the squirrels?
Yeah. No, so I invested in like 10 days, like a little over $100. I put like 10 every day, and in 10 days I invested $100, and then plus the roundups or whatever. And it tells you, it breaks down your portfolio of what it is that you're spending your money on. Like, not what it is that you're spending your money on, but it tells you basically like, like international company, and it divvies it up. And it tells you, like, if you click on that further, it tells you what companies your money's being invested in. So I've had it for 10 days. I invested $100, but the value of my stocks is worth $113, as opposed to buying just one individual company. I'm buying. It's like buying in bulk.
Yeah.
So I'm probably gonna invest. Probably gonna do like 500, especially since the stock market is bad right now. Probably gonna do like 500 of that money towards like stocks, and then just let it ride, bro. And I have a plan, like, I have the plan in 5 to 10 years. But if it comes to it, I'll leave it until like for years and years, and just let that shit basically build up interest. And just when I'm ready to cash out, bro, I just cash out a bunch of money, as opposed to saving, because saving. Okay, so I've done the saving thing. I've done a CD account. I've done that, which like CD accounts are okay.
That's long time saving. Usually when people save, they're saving for something.
Yeah, no. But here's the thing about Acorn that I like about Acorn is that you don't have to long time save if you don't want to. The money's available right away. So like if you invest, let's say if I got 100 and I have $113, my shit, I invested 100 and my shit is worth $113 now. I can pull that $113 out and I came up. It's the same thing as like saving, but it's tied to something. But I get what you're saying though, because if the stock market goes to like complete shit, then your $100 might be worth only $50, so you lost your money. Yeah. But the thing is about the stock market is that the stock market is not always gonna be bad. The stock market always corrects itself. So like right now, this is pretty much a correction because of what's going on. So once the stock market again starts like doing good, man, you'll see like the money's gonna grow, bro. The money's gonna grow.
You wanna know this $1,200 about to hit Lovely?
You gotta be careful though, because if you look at Bitcoin right now, I think in the last like 3 days, it went up like $2,000.
Stop playing with me. Stop playing with me.
You go back down another $2,000, and then it goes back up.
That's because
right now a lot of people are doing the same thing. They're buying and selling. So some stuff is it's just moving up and down.
See,
you just gotta know. You gotta do some research, and you gotta find the things that are actually doing really bad right now, and then look at their like future goals. Like go to read, like do some research, find out what what they're gonna come up, like what they're gonna come out with, like in the next couple of years.
Yeah.
And invest in those, because those are the ones that are like, look at Ford. Ford right now is like $4.
It's $4.
Yeah, but then they're gonna start making electric cars like next year. So
once they start making electric cars,
like 15 again.
Yeah. So I mean, yeah, like okay. So with Bitcoin, I feel like with Bitcoin, because it's only a limit. And because Bitcoin, there's literally a limited amount of Bitcoin. Like it's not an infinite amount. It's not like money. You can't just keep printing it, right? Because now the blockchain is up to a point where like it takes like so much computing power just to even get one coin. I feel like with Bitcoin, in my personal opinion, everybody has their own opinion, but I feel like with Bitcoin is literally, if you didn't get in early, there's no point in getting in on Bitcoin. If you didn't get in, and like the people that got in early and bought a bunch of Bitcoin and shit like that, they had 200, 300, 400, 500 Bitcoin, and then they sold it when Bitcoin was really expensive. They made millions of dollars. Those are the people that
never made millions of dollars. Well, unless they
there's people that became millionaires off of Bitcoin.
Multiple Bitcoins.
That's what he just said.
Yeah, that's what I said. Like 400 or 500 if you had a lot of Bitcoin. Yeah, and then you sold it.
There was that point that one Bitcoin was like $20,000.
Yeah.
It never reached 20,000.
No, never.
The highest it reached was 16,000.
Yeah. But even then, you know what I'm saying? Like we're talking about, like let's say you was a person that you bought 500 Bitcoins when there was $1 each, or even less than $1 when they were like worth cents.
50 cents.
Yeah, you spent 250, and then that shit you just like, yo, I'm gonna hold on to it. And years later, that shit, one of them is worth 16,000, and you sell it, bro. You made a crazy profit. But like trying to get into Bitcoin now, especially like the way it bounces up and down, it's like okay, let's say I think for example, Bitcoin is low today. Bitcoin is at 2,000, and it might go up to 3, and I buy at 2,000, but then tomorrow that shit goes up to 1,000.
Speaking theoretical, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but that shit goes down to 1,000. Then I really lost my money because I don't know if the coin is gonna go back up or not. Because imagine them people that bought at 16,000. that thought, oh shit, this shit's gonna go to 20,000 and I'm gonna make a profit.
Yeah.
And what the fuck happened? Nothing. They lost their money. Let's say you bought one coin. If you had the money, if you had $16,000 to fucking throw at a fucking coin, bro, I mean, you already had a lot of money, so that probably don't even hurt you. But if you bought a bunch of them at 16,000 and then that shit lost its price, you lost your money. And you can hold out a long term. Look, what is it at? It's at 6,000 right now?
Yeah, it's at 6,000.
You mute it.
It's 6,000. In the last month, it went down $3,000 in 1 month.
Imagine them people that are like, yo, it's low right now, 9,000, and it's down to 6,000. No, I'm not saying it can't come back up. But you know what I'm saying? Like, I can't trust Bitcoin. There's a bunch of other coins too that a lot of people like Dogecoin and Litecoin and Ethereum. There's like a bunch of them.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't get into none of them shits. Like, if you gave me a bunch of them for free though, I'll take them. Fuck it.
That is true.
But I ain't
You got
gonna.
no choice.
Yeah, you'd be dumb not to take them.
You thousands of dollars.
Yeah, but yeah. So I'd rather just invest in stocks and shit. And I already had stocks too, from years ago. Like, I wish I had known about Bitcoin at the time, because you remember when we lived in the house, when we lived on 2366 Lorillard.
Just throw the whole address out.
It doesn't matter. We don't live there no more.
We don't have to.
I don't care. They can blow the whole building up. Like,
But people live there.
I don't care. But anyways.
See his lack of regard for human life.
So anyways, so remember when we lived there, and I had just gotten out of AIT, and like that was at the time. I didn't know, but that was at the time when Bitcoin came out, and that shit was worth like nothing basically. I had thrown like $400 towards like some stocks that are literally worth nothing now. I lost my money. But imagine I had thrown $400 at Bitcoin and bought a bunch of them. I'd have been rich right now. I would not be here right now. I'd have been in a mansion, bro. And I would have, because I invested. I knew I had an idea about stocks. Like I said, I just never wanted. After I had that bad experience, I never wanted to invest like a lot of my money in hopes that I lost it. But like with shit like Acorn, shit like that. No, that's not the only app like that. There's a couple of them, but that's the one I use. It's easier, like, because I don't have to buy a whole stock or individual companies. It just buys in percentages or whatever. But yeah, what were you gonna say?
No, I was just looking at you, bro.
So let's talk about what we haven't really talked about, which is good, because I thought we weren't really gonna have much to talk about. But about the coronavirus, man, like.
So more importantly, so the thing with the main like topic of discussion that I've been seeing lately for this coronavirus has been like the whole, the government, the American government, and it's not just been the American government too, because there's like, so obviously, you know, on Reddit they've been talking about the UK government as well.
Yo, I haven't even been on Reddit like that no more.
Because all they talk about is coronavirus.
I be on no, but not even that. But like I be on Twitter more and shit like that. But.
Yeah.
Not really,
so I don't have Twitter, but
it's not really the government's fault.
It's not. So the thing, all right. So like how I was trying to explain to some people. So the thing about the government locking down at the time that they did, or the governments locking down at the time that they did, is one, China was severely downplaying their numbers for the coronavirus. They were downplaying the epidemic in general. So like, let's say Trump had decided to lock down the country. All right, mind you, not everyone is taking this quarantine serious as it is right now, with all the numbers that are out right now. Now imagine Trump had decided to lock down the country, like let's say around January, when there were only a handful of numbers being reported, right? Then people would get at Trump because they think that he was right. Let's say he'd lock down all flights from China. They'd be like, oh no, he's being racist.
He actually did that in January. He just didn't lock down the country.
No, I know, but I'm saying, like, let's say he locked down the country, banned flights from China, this and that. People were gonna. They
would have called him a dictator.
Yeah, they would have called him a dictator. They would have like, oh yeah, he's being racist. This and that. That's not the answer. And then people wouldn't have taken the quarantine serious at all, because it's like, well, only a few people died. This and that. And now, like, people's main argument today for people who are not quarantined, they're saying, oh, it's not gonna affect me. This and that. I'm young. I'm gonna survive it. But like,
I feel that way. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Yeah, I get it, but it's not about you. This pandemic is more than just you. Let's say.
No, I don't leave the house, but like if I get coronavirus, fuck it.
I know. I'm saying I feel the same way, but it's like it's more of like a people need to stay indoors because it's not about you catching the virus. The virus is highly infectious, and you might not know that you have it. So let's say you go to somebody else who has an older family, and then you infect them, and they infect their whole family. Then you get what I'm saying. Then they have to go to the hospital, and then they have to fill up the hospital and everything. So the thing about the pandemic is that we weren't prepared for it, but that's not. I mean, it technically is the government's fault, but it's not at the same time because there's actually no government. There was no government on Earth that was prepared for it.
Actually, that's a lie. So Korea was actually prepared. And I'm going to tell you why Korea was prepared. So Korea's smart, and I'm going to tell you why Korea was prepared. What Korea did was that in the last outbreak in 2012 when they had, I think it was SARS, right? Or what was it? I don't know.
Ebola.
I don't know. I don't think it was Ebola. It was another
2012 was Ebola.
The last one that came from China.
Oh, that was SARS.
Whatever it was, the Koreans were hit hard. So what they did was that they already had a bunch of testing kits for a lot of these diseases, like pending that something else like that would happen, because Korea's right next to China, because I mean, shit. Anybody who can look at a map, Korea's right next to China.
I think both of the Koreas are handling this virus pretty well.
No, we're not going to talk about. So what Korea did was they got smart in the sense of. They already had testing. They already had all this stuff that was available to them for them to basically take care of their population. That's why they were doing like 10,000 tests a day as soon as they got the outbreak, and they were prepared because they were smart. And the reason we weren't is because the last time
and they locked down all traveling. Anybody.
And when shit like that happens, usually if it happens on that side of the world, we never think like we're gonna get it.
Yeah.
Like America's like, yo, that shit is over there in China. We ain't gonna get that shit, so we're not gonna bother.
But see, the problem with this one was too is that it's super infectious and it was severely downplayed in terms of numbers by China. So, and I feel like it's being downplayed in Russia as well. The numbers are definitely being downplayed.
Yeah. I mean, China's lying and Russia's probably lying, but that's what happens when you have dictatorship countries. Yeah. But so I got a question.
Did you see this book?
Sylvia Browne, End of Days.
Oh yeah. So that whole so the whole thing it was proved to be like a hoax. There was a couple words that were switched up, so it wasn't actually like a lot of the things that were said in that book didn't actually pertain to what it actually did.
Like that was really in the book.
Yeah. Basically.
That's fucked up because I was about to buy the book.
Nah.
That part right there made it interesting. I'm like, fuck, like, she really gonna talk about
fact checkers, bro. Fact checkers.
No, so I mean, so let me ask you a question, Ralph, because I know like you especially like you're down in Florida now, but like you having pretty much your whole family up there in New York. Like, how do you feel about it? In New York being like the hotspot right now for coronavirus, how do you feel about that shit?
Not good, bro. I mean, I'm getting news now. I gotta pay attention to what's happening now, like more.
Yeah.
It was before my son, I wouldn't do this shit.
Yeah.
I just try to be good, but now like every day somebody's telling me, it's going down like this, it's going down like that. I just got my mom. She called me a while ago. She told me my cousin has it. My cousin, she said that she has it.
She has it, but like she's been in contact with like anybody in the family. Like, so what's your family?
Yeah, her husband got it. Her kids got it.
That's crazy.
She hasn't been in contact with my family. Like with my
Yeah.
It's getting close. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I don't think I don't know if anybody in our family has it.
No. Not from my knowledge.
Yeah. I haven't really spoken to my mother. In regards to that, I know she knows about the disease, and like my grandma, I don't really know because I don't know if my mom is like, if she's working right now or not because of like what's going on and all the lockdowns. Hey, yo, you know what's crazy? Speaking of, since our family like lives in Rhode Island, there's a lot of people from New York that were fleeing to Rhode Island, and they actually have the National Guard actually going out there and knocking on people's doors trying to get like people that came from New York, trying to get them out.
That's crazy.
They don't want them in the state.
Mm-hmm. That's crazy. My best friend actually got coronavirus. Anna, she got coronavirus. She tested positive for coronavirus.
What'd you say, Enough?
So here they brought out this thing that if you came here from New York, specifically, I don't know why.
Yeah.
Like, if they find you like in the streets or whatever, you gotta do like isolation for 14 days.
Yeah. So, that's pretty much I know, and they say specifically from New York is because in New York is where it's like
It's
the worst. That's literally the most. They have the most cases.
They started doing that after I was here for like 6 days already. So I'm like, damn, why don't we? I don't even want to drive because I still got
the New York plates. Just switch the plates, bro. Switch the plate with Everly's plates.
I can't do that yet. Everything is closed here. I can't even change my license for Florida license because
it's crazy.
Yeah,
so I can't even drive. I ain't trying to do it in 14 days. Bro.
It's crazy because the Dominican Republic is locked down too, and the only reason I know that was because I was trying to get my birth certificate from over there. I was trying to get my older sister to grab my birth certificate, and she told me that all the government buildings were closed, so she couldn't get it for me till after this whole.
Yeah, I didn't even know DR was locked down, bro.
Yeah, DR is locked down right now.
Bro, this shit is crazy, bro.
A lot of people are dying in DR, bro. Like a lot.
Well, I mean, bro, when your diet consists of just plátanos and yucas and salami, and you know your immune system is not getting the proper.
Plátano con salami. That's
exactly.
Yo, that's crazy.
No. See, but that's the craziest part to me, bro. Is that I've had family, bro, that have had like cancer for years, and they always come out good. But now this coronavirus hits, and now everybody's just dead. Like it's just. That's what I'm saying.
Yo, that shit is crazy, bro.
I mean,
like in Texas, like yo, a lot of people. I mean, Texas is like one of the states that has like the least amount of kids. I don't know. I think they are.
It's not the least amount of kids, but it's probably the biggest state, like the state with the most per population, basically. Yeah.
Yeah, that they have like the least, right?
Yeah, Wyoming. Yeah. Wyoming right now has the least, but nobody knows what Wyoming is or where it is.
Nobody. I think their population is like 500,000 people, bro. Yeah, the whole state.
They got like. I think it's like just a little over 100.
The places that are gonna have the most
and 0
people
deaths
are gonna be the places that people travel.
Yeah, like Austin, San Antonio, Houston. But I mean, people are.
I think New York's number one, then Cali, then Massachusetts or something.
Yeah,
it's like that.
Nice Washington, bro.
Washington.
Yeah, Washington.
State.
Washington actually has.
Got it real bad.
Washington has more deaths.
I know Massachusetts has the most by ratio.
Probably.
Yeah. So
like you talking about per capita.
So New York has the most deaths total. But Washington has the second most deaths, even though they're the fifth in terms of numbers infected.
Yo, so y'all heard about this fucking like I don't know, man. Like I take it serious, but like I'm not really worried about the coronavirus. But like you guys heard about like this woman that literally went to and I think people like this should die, bro. I think people like these people should be like publicly hanged, bro, or like shot by a firing squad or some shit like that.
That's
like
that's harsh.
No. Listen to what she did.
He says this about something every podcast that somebody should die.
Yeah.
No, I don't.
Well, you always say something very harsh in every.
But
podcast.
anyway,
look, it's your MO, Gilbert.
Listen, I think people like this. If you do something like this, you should die. Like okay, so there was this story about this woman that went to a supermarket, bro, and she went and literally coughed on all the produce. She coughed on a bunch of stuff in the supermarket. And the supermarket literally had to throw that stuff out. Like, now, I'm not saying that supermarkets don't always, like, they don't throw things out. They do, right? Mm-hmm. Like, but in food, especially perishable food, like meats and groceries, whatever. Yeah, but that's because it's perishable. Like, you can't use it no more, whatever. So, obviously, you're not going to keep it there for your customers. But if you willingly come and say, and you do that, you cough on the food, and you tell people you got coronavirus, and like this woman, she's supposedly known as a troublemaker in her city, so they already know her. You know, when you got a lot of these people that are like struggling right now to get food, and like you know what I'm saying, and like, basically, you know, you don't know what somebody has in their fridge, bro. Like, let's say they only got like a couple of days worth of food, and now $35,000 worth of food just had to be thrown away. Everything had to be cleared out, and you can't get nothing. Bro, people like that should just die, bro. Or what about those dumbasses that are doing the coronavirus challenge? You seen that?
Yeah, some of them actually caught coronavirus.
I think that kid, his name is Lars or whatever the fuck.
Rhymes with SARS.
It rhymes with SARS. So his name is Lars or whatever. And he's I don't know if you guys ever seen him. He's been on the Dr. Phil show. He basically says he like everything he does is for the clout, and like he doesn't get along with his parents. He doesn't even talk to his parents. Because his parents don't have clout on Instagram.
Well, the coronavirus infected him for the clout too.
No. But I'm telling you, he did that, and I think he's saying he got it. I think he's saying he got it just for the clout, bro. I don't think that kid. Yeah, because he literally did that, and like 2 days later, you're in the hospital saying you got coronavirus when that shit takes like 2 weeks.
All right, so no. So here's the thing about it too.
Come on, bro.
You gotta think about it like this too, bro. Is that at the end of the day, like even if he doesn't have coronavirus, he's still lost. My man's licked the toilet.
Yeah, he's an idiot. I think he had wiped it down, and then you seen the one with the girl in the airport.
I don't care how much you wipe a toilet down. I'm not putting my tongue on it.
Yeah, see, that's how the coronavirus challenge started. Like people are so stupid. Like they do anything for social media, bro. Yo, honestly, at this point, I think we should just get hit with a meteor, bro.
So the thing with me is too is
I think life on Earth.
You wanna know what I think? You wanna know what I think made everything so bad though?
What?
I think TikTok did it.
Nah, it wasn't TikTok. It started with what was that other Vine?
Yeah, but I think TikTok kind of like excelled it. Like I feel like it started with Vines, but not that many people were into Vines. You know what I'm saying? Like, well, yeah, people watch a lot of funny videos from Vines, but I don't think I think the challenge culture excelled on TikTok.
Bro, that's another dumb shit. I would never do no challenge. Whatever. Oh wait, no, hold on. Didn't we do that? No, we never did it. No, we did do a challenge. What was that challenge that we did, brother? We did the planking challenge, bro. But that was a long time ago.
We did the planking and I did the ice one.
I never did ice one.
Those were baby pranks, baby challenges compared to what this motherfucker.
Yeah, licking the toilet, bro. I'm good.
Yeah.
The condom challenge too. That shit.
What's the condom challenge?
Yo, I was talking to this girl, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna show you the shit, so you know I'm not even making it up. And she, long story short, she was like, yo, do this challenge or whatever in exchange for whatever. I'm not gonna get into it, but do this challenge. And then she did it, and she wanted me to do it. And I'm like,
what was the challenge?
Some bullshit where you like, I don't know, where you put like a newspaper on your ass and then you twerk and you make a flip.
She wanted you to do that?
Yeah.
She wanted you to twerk for the pussy? She wanted you to twerk for the pussy.
Yeah, exactly. What the fuck?
I'll be damned, bro. I'm not gonna lie, I'll be damned.
Hell no. I would never do no shit like that.
Yo,
I think Tyler would do some shit like that.
I know you know something. We're not even gonna get into that.
I do this bullshit right here. I don't mind doing this one.
Nah. Yo, you did that. You did. Hey, Rafi, you know about that? You know about that Until Tomorrow challenge?
What is that?
It's like where you post an embarrassing. All right, so listen to this, because I only figured out about it because I was like liking. You know how you just like random pictures on Instagram of people that you know. So I was liking. I like this one guy's picture, right? My boy from high school.
You would be liking guys.
Okay, whatever. Anyway, I know you're not talking. Regardless, so I like this picture. Cause it was like a baby photo or something like that. And it's like it said Until Tomorrow. My fault. Shut up.
Wait, what
talking.
happened?
Such a dumbass up.
Can anybody see the podcast on Facebook? Because I shared it and people saying that they can't see it. It says can't see this content.
Oh, because it's on my page. My page is private. They have to go to the DumpsterBoyz page.
Alright, but that's besides the point. So
I'm gonna find the page and I'm gonna link it from there.
It said Until Tomorrow.
Page not private, man.
Yeah, just make. Oh nah, Rafi, there's a story. There's a story to that, bro. He doesn't like people looking at his profile. He has a phobia of people looking at his Facebook profile.
You're gonna have a podcast. You should private.
Because this is on my personal Facebook, but then I have a Facebook page that's open to anybody. And it shows there too.
But that gets more traction.
Enough. Anyway, so let me continue my start. Rafi. So listen. So I like this picture.
Wait, what?
He said text it to you. Text it to him.
Oh, okay.
So I like this picture, and then he DM'd me, was like, oh, now you gotta do this challenge, blah, blah. So it's like basically you post a picture, and then whoever likes it, you send them a DM and tell them that they gotta do the challenge too. And I found it to be so dumb. It's like you gotta post an embarrassing picture, and then whoever likes the picture, you gotta DM them and post it to it. I was like, yeah, I'm not about to do
that. Making it into 2021 challenge.
Yeah.
I'm doing the Corona free challenge, bro.
See how we can go with that coronavirus. You in it? You in it, Rafi?
I was in the bathroom this morning and I had to cough, right? And I just didn't want to. I just told it in, like I was going to cough.
Nah, so I naturally cough sometimes. I don't know why. Like I've always had like a little cough. And now like whenever I go out in public, I'd be afraid to cough. I don't want people looking at me like I have coronavirus.
Yo, I sent it on WhatsApp. I said it's the paid one.
But yeah, so I think TikTok really made these challenges a lot worse than they had to be. Because I think TikTok, I feel like there's a lot more users on TikTok than there were on
You can do more things on TikTok.
Yeah, it's got more. I know you got a TikTok now.
Yeah, I do.
He got so bored in quarantine, he got a TikTok. He started making TikTok.
Yo, so how do you feel about
They're
that?
making money now on TikTok, right?
Wait, what? Yo, what up, Ivan? Yo, you seen Ivan posted it? He posted the
side, dude.
But yeah, Ivan, my maestro, brother. We used to train with him, bro. At BMA, bro.
Oh yeah, he got his brown belt.
Yeah.
Yeah, he just got his brown belt. And my boy Randy, shout out to my boy Randy. He just got his black belt.
Yeah, he just got his black belt.
Yo, Rafi,
I got a picture for you right here.
Rafi, when are we rolling though?
Yo, Rafi would destroy you, bro.
Nah, I'm about to whip his ass. I'm about to surprise him. Watch. I'm about to hit him with the biggest upset of all time. He's about to not ever see it coming. I'm about to hit him with that whoop whoop whoop.
Yeah. When you win at least one of these tournaments right here.
A Big Apple.
The Big Apple BJJ Open.
Bro, throw me in there, bro. Give me like 2 months of training. I bet you I'll win those like.
Look at this. Look, Randy sent me these, bro. Look at this. This is an old pic, man. I don't know if you can see it.
Yeah. I got some. You know, I got some of those on my page, right?
Yeah, I know. Look, he sent me this one. This is me and him.
Yeah, bro. That was white belt boys days, man. That was us white belts.
Look, he just got his shirt.
Yo, that's crazy. He still trains at BMA. I thought he went to another school.
Yeah, bro. That's crazy too.
I scrape everybody in that school.
Yo, what up, Hostile? Oh, Hostile's in the chat.
What's up, Hostile? But yeah,
bro. So back to what we were saying, man. Before we got derailed, man.
TikTok excelling the challenges, making them more popular than they should be.
Challenges are fucking dumb. Like, I did one, and how old? This was back in like 2011, 2012, right? Yo, it doesn't even feel like it was that long ago, though, to be honest.
Yeah, time been flying, man. Ever since Ebola, like, time really just took a turn for the worse.
Like, bro, what was it I was thinking? I was thinking about something. I think it was either yesterday or today, earlier today. And I was like, yo, it's really been that many years? Oh no, it was when I was talking to you yesterday. Remember, I was like, bro, it's really been like 9 years since we trained?
More, bro. I started training in 2011.
Yeah, it's 2020, bro. 9 years. Yeah, it's been 9 years.
Yeah, bro, it's been 9 years. It's been 9 years since you punched me in the face, Rafi.
Huh?
It's been 9 years since you punched me in the face.
When we were punching in the face.
Yeah, you did, bro. When we was boxing, remember? You was teaching me how to box.
But I probably didn't hit you hard. I know somebody that hit you hard in the face.
Yeah, I know. He hit me hard a couple of times in the face. Trying to break my arm too.
Yo, you remember speaking of old times, you remember when Randy was young and like he didn't really have like clothes like that. Oh no, he got like I think they got him like 2 outfits, 2 hoodies, and then you let him borrow your sneakers to put on for a profile photo on Facebook.
Yeah, I remember.
And his feet look big as fuck.
Wait, was it? Which sneakers were those? Which sneakers was those?
Huh?
Which sneakers was those?
I got. Hold on.
I know it was a red one.
It's on your profile.
I don't think it is anymore.
Yeah, it is.
It's
one of your profile pictures.
You had to take the front picture so you could see them. So they don't look too bad. If he turned, he looked like his feet were.
Hey, bro, shut up. I grew up in the struggle, bro. Leave me alone.
You're probably bigger than me now, so.
You said what?
You're probably taller than me now.
I am taller than you, bro.
No, he's not.
Yeah. How tall is Rafi?
Rafi's my height, bro.
No, he's not, bro. Rafi's always been a little shorter than you, no?
Yeah, like a half inch.
Like yeah.
Okay. Well, she might be taller than me, Rafi, then. telling you, it's not there, bro.
Damn, I seen it though. It might be in your pictures.
It's not. You said what?
No, Randy's like 5'9", bro.
I'm 5'10". I've ejected again, dummy.
You still a little guy.
But I still beat you up though.
Yeah.
I know. But then girls be like, yo, if you're like 5'11", don't talk to me. You gotta be 6 feet.
Yo,
oh yeah,
son.
right there, but they never. All right, don't show that on the. Stop playing with me. Stop playing with me. Stop playing.
I thought you didn't care.
Nah. Get that out of here. Get that out of here. Nah, I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that, bro. We're not gonna delve back. I don't feel comfortable when you show my private photos.
Yo, Hostile. I'll just send it to you on WhatsApp.
Yeah,
Hostile. Ben, how tall are you, Hostile Ben? I bet you like 6'3" or something.
But yeah, yo, Rafi.
Hold on.
We gonna forget about that, Rafi, because
yo, you sent the link. You sent the link up.
I ain't gonna violate.
Nah, you wanna know what's crazy though? You wanna know what's funny about those 2 outfits that I got? Those are the first 2 ever outfits that my mom actually ever bought for me.
Hey, but you was lit though.
I was lit. I still got my ass cut in school though.
Yo, man, hold on, man. Because we've been derailing, bro. We've been derailing. It's all good, though. I'm having a good
That's
time.
not a bad picture, Randy. I'm gonna put this shit up.
Yo, if you put that up, I'm fighting you. Yo, we should talk about the time that woman broke that her boyfriend's nose.
Oh, yeah. So, I was reading a story today, man. Yo, some woman, like, yo, coronavirus got people going crazy, bro. So, all right. So the story is that she asked her ex-boyfriend for sex, or her boyfriend or whatever, but he didn't want to have sex with her. But it wasn't because of coronavirus. I'm just talking shit, but she's a karate black belt. She beat him up. She beat him up, broke his nose, and then when
you don't want to fuck her?
Yeah.
Tory Lanez was talking about some shit like this on his live too.
Yo, so what would you like? All right, a question to you all. Would you guys date a girl that's like better than you at fighting? Like, you know for a fact she trained
it depends
or whatever.
how bad she is.
Like, she's a like. All right, so
not even for the fact that like, oh, she can fight, so I'm not gonna date her. Just I'm not attracted to bitches who do like
women
shit like that.
Why not?
I wouldn't care.
That's just not what I like.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
So like,
like, let's say you never knew that she.
You
Let's say you never knew that she trained and she looked good. You're not gonna talk to her?
That's totally different.
No. So hold on.
Yes,
Wait. Let me ask. What? So what did he say?
He said he's not into girls that fight.
So what if like?
It's not that I'm not into girls that fight. I'm not into girls who do shit like that. Like if a bitch played football, I'm not gonna fuck with you.
Why not?
Cause I just don't fuck with bitches who do shit like that.
You gotta stop saying woman.
I don't fuck with women who do shit like that. I fuck with girls who do girl shit.
Okay, but that doesn't mean that she's just doing football all the time. What if she's a girl that gets dolled up? Like, all right, let me give you an example. In our dojo back in our day, there's this Puerto Rican chick, real pretty, and she used to do karate, bro. But if you looked at her in the street, you never knew she do karate. She's
That's different. That's like me asking you, would you fuck with a bitch with AIDS, but you would never know she had AIDS.
But no. Hold on. What I'm saying is, my whole point is in regards to like, okay, so she can get dolled up like a woman, but then she does karate. Like, she trains karate. She's been training for years.
It's just like a hobby. It's
like a, yeah.
If she could beat me up, I'm not gonna. I don't.
No, but then it don't have to be karate. Then it could be like anything else. It could be anything else.
He's real
like
picky,
any other sport that you would consider manly or whatever. Like if she told you, I don't know, she played, I don't know. Would you date a girl that plays soccer? That's really not a manly sport.
Play soccer.
So, but why not football? What if it's the same? Let me give you the same scenario, right? The same scenario.
Why are you playing football?
Huh?
Why are you playing football?
Maybe that's what they like.
No, bro.
What about a girl that likes to race cars? That's not even no physical shit.
We're just getting out of hand now.
No, we're not getting out of hand.
How many girls you know that race cars?
I'm not gonna lie.
No, it's just an example. I mean, I'm pretty sure there's a lot of girls.
I don't want a girl that does a certain thing.
Huh? No. I'm not saying you being ignorant. That's your choice.
He told me I'm being ignorant.
He's been a little ignorant.
How's that ignorant?
It's a little ignorant.
No, that's just his preference. But it's just weird because, like, okay, for example, I wouldn't date no girl that could fight better than me.
That's what I'm saying.
No, that could fight better than me because, look, man, I'm not gonna get her mad and then she's gonna beat my ass.
When you were saying karate, blah blah, blah, I was like, if she could beat me up, I don't want to.
Wait.
If she just does that like on a hobby on the side.
if like Misha Tate like dressed up really nice and asked you on a date, Gil, and you weren't married and you weren't with your wife, you would date her?
I fuck her 1 or 2 times. Relationship, nah. But I could probably take Misha Tate though.
What about Cyborg?
Okay, so
No, hell no. Cyborg looks like a man. He asked me, what about Cyborg? Cyborg looks like a man.
I wouldn't care what my girl does.
Yeah.
Yo,
so Rafi, I'm with you on that one, bro.
Alright, so
I wouldn't really care.
let me ask you a question then. So
Bro, there's a contingency for that, bro. If she
No.
if she starts feeling if she starts feeling comfortable enough to whip my ass next time she raises her hands at me, I'm pulling out a Glock and I'm shooting her.
and then you
Why
you? Then you're going to jail. That's the like,
You lost.
you lost with guns. Yo, you got beat up by a girl, so that's why you had to shoot her.
defending myself.
What are you gonna tell me? What are you gonna tell people in jail? Yo,
And then you're gonna get raped in jail. Like, you double lost.
what are you gonna tell? You
Nah,
got
listen,
beat up by a woman.
You got to get beat up by a girl, get raped in jail for the rest of your life.
I bet like, that's not even an option.
Exactly. So why are you gonna shoot
There's
her?
2 different things, Randy. She could fight better than you, but that does not mean she could beat you. Because you just punch her. If she
Yeah, that's
fights
totally
you,
different.
She kill you 1,000 times and you just be like, and she's gone.
I don't know why. That was bad funny. You said, and then she's going, she's out.
She's gone.
And it's all over.
Yo, it's like Joe Rogan said one time. He was like, yo, Ronda, when he was hyping Ronda Rousey, yo, she could beat Mayweather.
No, she couldn't.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah. Ronda Rousey couldn't even beat herself.
Yo, that made no sense.
She couldn't beat herself, bro. She's like,
She couldn't beat herself.
yeah, bro. She lost her, bro. That fight that she had originally lost the first time to what was it? Holly Holmes. She fight before Amanda Nunes.
Yeah.
I feel like she beat herself in that fight.
She got kicked
No,
in the head.
Bro, because she kept trying to do stand up though. Like that's what I'm saying. The media got in her head.
No, because
am I wrong, Rafi?
No, you're wrong. I'm gonna tell you why.
She was trash.
I'm gonna tell you why you're wrong, Randy. Because if you watch that fight, she actually at first she tried to stand up, but then she tried to grab me.
After she got beat up,
she tried to grab Holly Holm, and Holly Holm was just like pushing her
after
away.
she got beat up, she started trying to grapple after she got beat up. After she was already rocked.
But look, man, I don't whatever. But like me,
She literally didn't she say exactly what Holly Holmes was about to try to do, and then she just lost it too. But yeah, continue.
Yo, you know that Ronda Rousey is actually like, if you go on YouTube and you look her up now that she's like retired and stuff, and she lives with Travis Brown, like they live on a farm, you know that, right? They live on a farm and they like raise animals and stuff like that, and like it's cool. And she seems like she seems like a nice person, but she's just like I don't like her. I didn't like her for a long time, but then like watching her YouTube shit, it kind of makes you like realize that this person is, because she was another one. She's kind of like. She gave me that John Jones vibe, but not really. I think she was just a petty person. I didn't like the fact that she was petty. Like, she was always petty.
Like, she would beat girls and then they would try to shake hands after. She would be like,
Yeah, like, I understand, like, all the trash talk for the fight, but, like, you know, like, how the Diaz brothers do. Like, this is why we love the Diaz brothers, because the Diaz brothers, they'll talk mad shit before the fight, and after the fight, win or lose, they always give it a hand, bro. They always go and give you a hug, or whatever, give you a dab, whatever. But like her, she'll beat somebody like it was personal for her. Like everything was personal. And like it's like, bro, you in a fight, people she's talking shit about you and you talking shit about her, but it's to hype up the fight, not because this person actually feels that way.
Some people really be feeling that way though.
Man, I could never, I don't know, I could never get like I don't know. I can never feel like animosity towards a person, like win or lose. Like,
Nah, it's kind of
like,
like
it's
we
just
play
like-
2K. We just talk
That's
bad shit
totally
to each
different.
other, and then like.
You're punching somebody else in the face. We're not punching each other in the
Well,
face.
nah, you're right. But I'm saying it's like the sportsmanship. It's the sportsmanship about it.
Hold on,
Yeah,
hold on. We sound like a robot. Like, is the sound, hold on, hostile? Is the sound bad, or are you saying like?
a little bit, yeah.
Is it?
Yeah, it might be this Wi-Fi.
I don't know. What?
Okay, you're good. I think it's that you're kind of far from the mic, Bill.
Maybe.
You got it to the whole room.
Yeah. Oh, actually, I think I have it on. No, I had it on.
Good job.
Just pick up direct voice. It should be better now. Is it better now?
But yeah, it's better. What were we talking about? Oh, Ronda Rousey, right?
Yeah.
He's getting caught in the.
I was gonna say it's like if you ever did like a competition, like any martial arts or any fighting sport, like you want to knock somebody out or you want to break somebody's bones, but then after it's over, win or lose, you just feel that like once it's over, you just have respect for whoever you just fought.
Nah, that's
I understand that in the sportsmanship's way, but I mean, some people handle you fighting somebody else differently.
But it's like it's for the sport at the end of the day.
I know. I'm just saying, some people think about that shit differently, though.
Yeah, I get it. That's understandable.
So like for me, like I said, for me it's just I don't know. I could never have like okay, win or lose. Like if I never had a problem with you, and then all of a sudden we gotta fight because we're trying to get to the everybody's trying to be a champion. Obviously, I mean, there's some people that fight they just want to collect a check, but like. Everybody's trying to be a champion. So if we got to fight, like for example, I'm going to give you an example. Like Masvidal really hates Ben Askren, but he hates him for a reason. Ben Askren gave him a reason to hate him.
What's the reason?
Like antagonizing him, talking like wild shit, but like it was like personal shit. It wasn't just like fight shit like, oh, I'm going to beat him up and I'm going to do this
like,
and that in the cage.
McGregor and
Khabib, yeah. Like their shit is personal.
McGregor definitely did take it too far.
But with McGregor, that's another one. Like I like McGregor, but like he's been off-putting like lately to me, bro.
I never liked his character.
Because
I liked him as a fighter.
He's another one. He's another one that kind of like check the tweet. He's been another one that's kind of like just a fucking like once he became this thing like he's like cocky and he antagonizes like he does that extra shit he doesn't need to be doing out of the room like out of the ring like I understand the fight antics but like throwing a trolley at a bus full of fighters like a lot of them they couldn't fight because of that like. Just doing off the wall like wild shit. Like I understand promoting a fight, but like, dude, doing this extra shit that he was doing, nah. Is it? Let me see.
I'm looking at it right now. I'll tell you there's anything wrong. It's
not.
No,
it's not. It's not.
Wi-Fi.
No, it's not that. I just want to see something in the chat, but it's not even showing in the chat. But yeah, so I don't know, man. Like, to me, there's a lot of fighters that I like because of like they're real, like the Diaz brothers, and like there's a lot of fighters that I don't like. But like, yo, I think we're gonna wrap it up here for today, cause there's really not much to talk about besides fucking coronavirus.
Yeah.
I mean, we could talk about MMA. I think once the world opens up and the economy opens up and we start getting stories about something else. We'll have more shit to talk about, man. Oh, actually, I have one thing before we actually finish. I want to talk about, yo, bro. Did y'all hear that story about the chimps? The chimps that like ripped a dude's face off over a birthday cake.
No.
So I was watching the Joe Rogan podcast.
Yeah.
And he was talking about like. How chimps, like he says he hates chimps, and I was like, and obviously I was watching, so I was listening. So he was like, that chimps like they have jealousy, like he's never seen that in any other animal besides humans. Like they have jealousy, like basically. So what happened was, this man brought a birthday cake to one of the chimps, that was it was because it was his birthday in a cage or whatever. He brought a birthday cake, and the other chimps got mad, and then. One day, I guess he went and the cage was open and all the chimps basically got like fucking released and like they tore his face up, like they tore his face, they tore his legs, they tore everything. They didn't kill him, but like the guy is like deformed, bro. Over like jealousy over because they didn't get a birthday cake, not because like they couldn't have any of the cake or whatever, just because he gave a birthday cake to fucking thing. And you know what's crazy? What I found out recently, bro, like. You know, chimps eat other monkeys too, right?
Yeah, that's not news to me.
Yo, chimps eat other monkeys. Like they eat other monkeys. Like they attack, bro. Chimps are like, I never knew. Like, I knew chimps are strong, man. That's why I always thought like people that decided
chimps
to keep
are like the vicious like ones, right?
Yeah. They're not. Yeah, they're vicious. Like anything can trigger them. Like what I noticed about chimps was that chimps. There's a spider on the wall. Ain't no spider on the wall. He actually got me looking, bro. What's up, Bryson? Who is this? Oh, I got a couple people here.
Yeah.
Who are these people? Let me see. Let me check the chat, man.
Well, continue with your chip thing.
Oh, look, I got a couple of people in here. That's what's up. So, yeah. Hey, man, be sure to give us a like, man. Give us a sub, man. Come on. But, damn, I lost track of the story. So,
The chimps.
So, like, yeah, chimps, they're like vicious animals, bro. Like, they eat other animals. Like, whenever, like, okay, so, you know, most animals, like in a pride or whatever, like a lion will get taken, like, you know, they usually kill, like, if they have to, like, if they run a lion off and he wants to stay, like, if he's the alpha of the group and he gets ran out by another one, younger cub or whatever, or lion, usually they run away or they get killed. In chimps, you don't really see that. That's not a regular behavior. But there's been instances where, like, chimps, like, they'll run off a thing, he'll try to come back just to, like, not even try to take over nothing. And they'll kill him. They'll kill it. Like, chimps are vicious animals, bro. Like, like, that's what I don't understand. I don't understand why some people decide, like, to keep animals like that. Like, why would you have an exotic animal? Like, I don't understand people that keep lions. Like, that shit like that should be in the wild. I don't understand why people keep chimps. Like, did you guys ever hear the story about the lady that used to keep a chimp as a pet?
And she ripped her.
And she
that was mad long ago.
Yeah, that was really long ago. But it's like, but why did you have a chimp in the first place? Like, why would you keep an animal like that you know is literally physically stronger than... I don't know about any human, because obviously maybe, like, not stronger than, like, a strong man or, like, a bodybuilder or something. Human. But, yeah, stronger than the average human by a lot.
I always wanted a panda.
Yeah, but them shits is in
They're
danger.
kind of vicious, too, though.
No, but pandas don't really attack. They're not known for attacking humans.
No, they're not. But they're still... They eat their young.
Oh, I didn't know none of that.
Yeah, they do.
But, yeah, so... For me... There was no spider, bro. This man got us actually looking, and I was trying to look to see if maybe it was a Rafi's wall, but no, man, I would never keep the most exotic animals I want, and I want them in a way like that they can be free. I want a crow, an owl, and a hawk.
So you like birds?
I like birds. We've all had birds our whole life. But we had, like, little fucking parakeets and shit. But to get those animals, though, you have to
I feel like you can't really interact with birds that much, so...
Nah, you can. Parrots. African greys are, like, one of the smartest parrots, yeah.
They are the smartest bird.
They're the smartest bird? Yeah, they could hold, like, a small conversation with you.
Yeah. But, no, I don't want to... But this is what I'm saying. I don't want them in the crib, bro. I want to, like, have them. But here's the thing, that for you to get those kind of animals, they're considered raptors, right? So for you to get that kind of animal, you need like 1,000 hours of like volunteering, like at a falconry, like where they have it legal. You have to do after that you have to do the training, and then you have to apply for the license. And before you even get the birds, you actually have to, like, the state has to come and inspect the place where you plan to keep the birds before you can have them there. So, like, you basically would have to have, like, a tree in the back of your house.
You said a crow, right?
Crows, owls, and
the thing about crows is that
hawks.
You don't really need to domesticate them. It's really easy to, like, just
No, I'm not talking about domestic.
Crow around
yeah, but I'm not talking about domesticating. I'm saying, like, if you wanted to keep one, you'd have to basically build a birdhouse in the back of your house, or in a tree house, and so they can live, come and go. I mean, obviously they be your bird, because birds, when you train them, they're smart, so they know they always come back home and they know that's their home. But you need to do so much shit to, like, try and get a bird, like trying to get one of those birds. Anything that's considered a raptor, it's like a lot of fucking work. Like, you got to do a lot of shit, man. So that's why
Have you watched Tory Lane's Instagram Live?
No.
Nah. I seen like clips of it on World Star, but I don't really...
It's hilarious.
I don't really follow, man.
He was asking people, would you rather an STD or coronavirus?
Coronavirus?
Yo,
Depends
Yo,
what
that's
STD.
it. Yo, why we never
depends
asked
what
that?
STD. It depends what STD. What STD we're
that's
talking
a good
about
question,
too.
bro.
Each STD has different severities. Like if we're talking like getting the full symptoms of corona, then I'm probably gonna take chlamydia over.
Yeah, because it depends
Obviously
what
not
STD.
herpes or AIDS, like those two, but
Yeah. So, but
I'm
so
still
what would
taking
you?
corona though.
No, I'm not taking corona. I'm not taking corona.
I'm taking corona.
I mean, if we're talking like are you talking about like when you get corona?
You know what?
It's not a chance.
You know what? I'm gonna tell you why I wouldn't take You know why I wouldn't take corona? Are you talking full symptoms or like you have corona but you might not know?
You have corona. You just have it. Don't matter. It's a luck of the draw.
No.
If it's luck of the draw, then I'm taking corona.
No. I'm saying because a lot of people get it and they literally go. They go
some
through the
people
disease
never
without even knowing
without even knowing,
that they ever had.
That's what I'm saying.
This.
It's luck of the draw.
If that's the case, yeah, then I'm taking
Nah, I'll take the STD 100% then.
Actually, nah.
You know why? No. I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why. Because, all right. So if it's not herpes and it's not AIDS, right? You have with STD, they're fucking curable. All right. So your dick burns, and then you find out, and then you go and take pills for a week. With corona, there's no vaccine. There's no way to treat it. And like you said, it's luck of the draw, right? Let's say you have corona, but you develop the bad symptoms, and then it gets to the point where you fucking die. I'd rather take chlamydia or fucking gonorrhea or syphilis or some shit like that. That shit is curable. Huh?
I know I'm not going to die from corona.
You don't know that.
All right, so would you rather the flu or STD?
I take the flu.
You could die from the flu, too.
Yeah, but we have a shot.
Yeah. We do
Yeah, but the shot is like before it doesn't.
Yeah, it's supposed to be. It's supposed to.
You got the flu.
But when you have a shot and there's with the flu, if you're fucking, you know what I'm saying, like keeping yourself, like eating soups, you know what I'm saying, taking vitamin C and shit like that, that shit alleviates the symptoms. Most people that die from the flu, they already have like weak immune systems or like they don't get the flu shot and they don't take care of themselves. That's why they end up dying from the flu.
Actually, I never got flu shots. And I never really caught the flu, but
I've never really caught the flu. That's why
the first time I caught the flu was actually when I was in the army, and they forced me to get a flu shot.
That was why you caught the flu.
That's what I'm saying.
It's a mild flu.
That was the first time I ever caught the flu.
But
he also said, say you had a shorty, right, and she was like the best, like she fucked you the best ever. Can I say that?
Yeah.
Yeah, she fucked you the best ever. Blah blah blah. She had the best mouth, the best pussy. Everything, but she had coronavirus. Are you still fucking her?
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Yeah, of course.
Because I mean, if she got it, you most likely will have it. If you.
Alright, so I got a question for y'all now. I know we said we had to wrap this up. This is a really good question. Now,
yeah, it's almost about that time.
What is Rafi's here too? This is
yeah. So no, but I want to ask him that. Yo, you're muted. Yeah.
Yo, Rafi.
Are we live?
Yeah, we still live.
I can't hear you, man, at all.
At all?
That's impossible. I don't think so, because somebody
me?
responded to what we were talking about.
Maybe it's you. Maybe it's
I think
you.
it's him. But yeah. Yo.
Yo.
Yo, you can hear us? It might be
No
you.
oigo nada.
It might be you.
So now my question to y'all is, what is the breaking point? Like, let's say you chilling with let's say you're talking to a girl, right? And like, obviously no girl is gonna be perfect, and they're gonna exhibit red flags. Yeah. What is that like breaking point for you to stop taking it?
Yo, Gil, me voy a quitar, loco. You heard?
Yeah.
And give
Acá termina.
the best pussy.
We're about to end anyways.
Yeah, what is that red flag?
I can't even hear nothing, so I don't know what's happening. I gotta check what's going on.
Lying to you? Yeah, I think I can agree with that.
Me voy a quitar, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and jump in the pool.
What's your breaking?
Oh, I heard you that time. I don't know why.
So, man, I don't know. So we're about to end, but no, hold on. Question real quick. What was the question?
So what is the breaking point for you in terms of red flags for a girl? Like let's say, just like you said, gives you the best mouth, best pussy, all that. Like what is the absolute breaking point? What is that point that you're not like
that I'm not comfortable with?
You're just like I gotta stop talking.
Go with you.
Yeah.
I said it was lying to me, like that. But honestly, like
Slutty
the
bitches,
situation kind of
man.
happened earlier, and we was talking about this like earlier in the week.
Yeah.
So for me, the breaking point for me would be honestly a girl that like has
Wait.
Dude, friend?
What about you?
later.
I don't know, like,
No,
doing something
because
that makes me look crazy.
no, because I'll tell you
Like
what.
a bitch gotta move. Can I? Fuck.
Woman.
My fault. A woman, like, you can't. You gotta move it. I don't want to look crazy messing with you.
Yeah.
So if you're doing stuff that makes me look crazy,
So I'm gonna tell you the reason why I say stuff like that. It's because I went through a situation like that with an ex of mine, where she was basically like, she always wanted to hang out with dudes, but like, she'll get drunk and they like kind of take advantage of her and shit like that. Especially, and so like, and I didn't like that shit. And I tried to get her to stop, but I mean, obviously it didn't fucking work out. But for me, that's like the or that or a girl that likes to fucking like hit, like.
Oh yeah.
Like,
She tried to touch my face. Then it's just
not even just try to touch my face, but like, there's another thing. Like, I also went through a similar situation in regards to that, where the same ex, she got abusive, like physically abusive. Like, I never really touched her because I'm like, bro, I can beat you up if I really wanted to, but then she'll try that funny shit, and I got to the point in my life where I was like, yo, I'm not gonna be with, because of what I went through with her, I'll never ever, like, one time. That's all it takes. You hit me one time, I'm ending it. I don't care. You could deal with it. Nah.
I can deal with it. Don't get me wrong. I just don't want to deal with it.
It's just like if it's like an everyday thing, but if like, cause I had my ex shorty, she hit me like twice, but it was like twice within 4 years. So it really wasn't even that big of a deal.
Nah, for me, I like this girl, like, she used to get drunk and then get belligerent and then she'd try to do crazy shit like that. And so for me, it's a no-go. Like,
well, obviously,
because I look at it now, like, you'll do it once, because I used to tell her all the time, like, yo, and I actually ended the relationship over that because she tried to get abusive. It's funny. She tried to get abusive with me because I wouldn't have sex with her one time. She tried to get abusive with me and I told her, I was like, yo, next time you do that shit, it's over. And then she's like, I'm not gonna do that again, blah, blah, blah. She's crying and shit. Next weekend, she got drunk. Again, she did the same shit. And I broke up with her. And after that was it. Like, and then I said, I'll never deal with that shit.
So for me, it's like a mixture of those things. But for me, like, my main issue with a lot of like girls that I've noticed that I've cut off is like clinginess. Like, if they're super clingy, like, it's the same thing with Rachel, but like, Rachel used to hit me. Like, Rachel used to try to hit me. She would get away with it sometimes. Like, I'm not gonna hold you. And like, the thing with her too was, it would be out of nowhere. Like, I'd just be sitting down, I was chilling with the boys and everything, and I guess like she would try to get my attention, so she'd just slap the shit out of me. And I'd look at her, and like, I don't like being touched in my face, so I was like really debating whether or not to snuff her. But then like my mind ended up coming, you know what I'm saying, coming back to me. It's like, yo, bro, if you punch her, she's a white girl, you're in a white town, she's not getting in trouble. It doesn't matter what you do.
I mean, regardless, it don't have to be like. All right, so here's the thing that I think a lot of the times, like, it's not because they're white, but because they are raised different, like, in the sense of, like, they know how to play the fucking victim. So, like, a girl in the hood is not going to do that. She's going to want to fight you back. Or she's going to get her brother.
Some of them be playing victim, too. But not most of them be trying to fight you back or trying to get you jumped.
Yeah. So they're not going to do no shit like that. They're not going to, like, call the cops. Somebody hit me. Like, no, they're going to fight you or whatever. And then that's it. That's why you don't hear, like, a lot of people getting arrested in the hood over, like, hitting girls and shit, as opposed to like, oh my god, but yeah, man, that's the one thing with me. But look, man, we about to
first day back with the company. Tell me why they already got me doing something tomorrow.
What they got you doing?
Moving tents.
Hey, we gonna wrap this up anyways. We're gonna wrap this up anyways. Thanks everybody for watching. Follow, like, subscribe. Hit that bell notification if you're on YouTube. We're streaming again, and next week we'll be on Saturday gaming stream. We might actually be doing streams every day for gaming because we ain't got nothing to do. We're on lockdown because of coronavirus. So, thanks all for watching, and we'll see you guys next week. Peace.